There was an old hermit named Dave who kept a dead whore in his cave. He said, I'll admit, I'm a bit of a shit, but look at the money I saved. That old limerick saved me 4 years ago from just being the 5th guy named Dave at the Drunk Poets Society. And so I'm awful glad that it happened. And of course after that I went in and decided and came up with the idea of rhyming the news of the week. And so this particular week, of course, there's not a hell of a lot of news out there that doesn't pertain to that nutball in Tucson, Arizona. So that's basically what the news rhyme is about tonight. I call it Crazy Tucson Nut Gets His Minutes of Fame. As those in power argue, who's to blame? Tucson Nut was a poet, loud and scary ham. Does this mean the end to the poetry slam? So far the 9/11 planners don't have much PR. Young dead girl born on 9/11, but there's no Muslims so far. And that's the news of the week. And anyway, the next thing that I wanted to do, I do like to write poems about different events. And several months ago, a couple of guys came here to Ocean Beach and they opened up a motorcycle shop. And I met them and turned out to be a couple of really nice guys, and I asked them about possibly getting me a job. And by golly, they hired me. And then, I know you're not going to believe this, but it really happened. Apparently, some of these motorcycle guys, when they brought their Harleys in and wanted to have them polished and shined and cleaned up, they preferred a cute little blonde girl over an old fart in his late 70s. So they kind of eased me out, and so I wrote this poem, and here it is. I call it No Brainer. I'll never forget when OB Motorcycle came to OB, because of the possibilities that it might bring to me. Owners were great guys and said, hello Dave. I asked them for a job and by golly they gave. This old shade tree mechanic was one happy guy. Would they get so busy I could give fixed bikes a try? But then something happened, to no real surprise. Pretty girls ride bikes better than pretty old guys. Most important to me, we are all still good friends. Who knows what will happen? OB luck never ends. And that's that poem. And now one of my other favorite things that I like to yak about is how stupid it is that you know, cars all look the same. You know, when I was young, you could actually tell the difference between a Chevy and a Mercedes. So I wrote this poem. I just call it Cars. Wonder why a Mercedes looks like Honda from afar? Why you can't tell a make unless you're reading it on the car? To the boomer generation, this was never the case. One look, it's Chevy, Ford, Dodge in that car race. So why did the big guys remove auto designers' brain? Better yet, why do people today just accept mundane? Americans today follow. No big hard questions do they ask. Take off shoes, accept pat-downs, never take power to task. For sure those in power will never need to change, as long as the masses think civil protest is strange. So work hard, make big bucks, buy a real expensive car. But it looks like my cheap Honda, a big dummy you are. And that's that poem. And actually this is kind of cool because I wasn't sure I was going to actually have time to do all these. Of course now we have to get down into one of my favorite subjects, of course, is the 9/11 truth outfit. And I put this out and got some fantastic response on the internet. Some good and a whole lot of really we want to come and shit on your grave type stuff. You know? Anyway, I call this a 9/11 truth poem. Country was under attack that day in September. The Pentagon was in flames, hope you remember. We all waited in fear for top leader action. We hoped that it would soon bring a reaction. On this day for sure, we needed tops in defense. So why did Donald Rumsfeld act so damn dense? As usual, as it reads, the almost Kissinger report reported, man who should have been super busy just aborted. So out there on the grass, someone yelled, look over yonder. Ain't that Donald Rumsfeld playing big first responder? That's that cool. And let's see. And then I got one more of those and that'll do it for tonight. Country was under attack that day in September. The Pentagon was in flames. Hope you remember. Oh no, that's the same one. Boy, I'm getting senile. All right, that's okay. That's why they have edit on my video. I think that's all the poems I got. Oh well. Thanks a lot. I'll film this and then later on I'll probably come up here maybe when we get some people in here and bullshit some more.
Oh, Hermit Dave, everybody. Give it up for him. Very nice. Nice, good stuff, Dave.